I was born in Harlem and raised up in the Bronx. And I grew up with my parents and my siblings. Throughout my whole life, my parents was using drugs. It was difficult, because it was mostly fights. Those fights was very loud. They was physical fights, emotional fights. At 3, I went into the foster care with my uncle and his wife because they didn't want me to be in a shelter without my brother. Then they started having fights on how much money I would be getting into their pockets. I wasn't in a good environment. So they took me from them and they put me in the custody of Linda, where I was with my brother and with several other brothers and sisters that adopted me as well. I moved out at 10 years old from Linda's custody into my mom's custody because she went to a 30-day AA group where she wanted us back because we was all she had. One of the physical fights that my mom and my father had over drugs, it got very, very violent, where I heard a push against a dresser and jumped in front of my mom and took a punch for her, which I had to go to school with a bruised eye. My mom always say I'm always the glue to the family. I have to keep it together. So I took a punch for her. So I was the protector of my mom, getting bruised myself. I make sure that nobody else get hurt. As long as I'm there, nobody get hurt but me. It was a lot of pressure. I'm gonna cry. Sorry. I made a list at 18 to accomplish goals in the future. I had to be independent for myself because I know nobody else was going to help me. I decided to go to the shelter to better myself because I knew that I was in a bad environment and I wanted to get out. I felt trapped. Like seeing my parents, my brothers and my sisters go through fights and I had to protect them. I just wanted something from me. I was looking through a newspaper ad and found First Step. Took the number down out of the newspaper and called them. And the person that I spoke to was Liz. And she told me a little bit about it. And she said, can you come in around 9 o'clock in the morning? I said, yeah.
First Step's a training program that supports women to secure full-time permanent employment. We take a holistic approach to the work by both doing training around the skills necessary to be successful in an office-based setting and focusing on emotional and self-esteem support as well.
I felt very relieved that I entered First Step, and when I did, it felt like home. Home where I was protected. Had somebody to talk to, had somebody to have my back the way I have theirs.
The first 5 weeks of First Step are all classroom-based instruction, so we do computer training, professional development workshops, and also focus on self-esteem and stress management. Case managers provide support and encouragement throughout the entire program. It's someone that the student can go to help with problem solving, any resources that they might need, and just having a listening ear.
So Nicole Brown, she was my caseworker.
Gigi is a caring person through and through. She puts others before herself often. And so a lot of our work was really talking about how to give to herself what she gives to others. She mentioned to me that she has diagnosed dyslexia and that it's something that really affects her confidence in terms of going out and finding employment.
Nicole used to drill me on reading.
I noticed that Gigi became more confident in her skills. She was more willing to raise her hand and read out loud in a group than she was when we first started, which was pretty cool.
For her internship, Gigi was placed at MWWPR. We placed her there because the company needs someone who's open, adaptable, and able to do any task, no matter how big or small.
My favorite part of my internship was interacting with people. People from all over the world.
Working with Gigi was a great experience. Gigi was always eager to learn, always wanted to expand her role, was always open to new responsibilities, and was just a great fit here.
Graduation was a nice time for Gigi because she was able to celebrate her accomplishments with her fellow students.
It felt wonderful to graduate from First Step and to have that paper in my hand stating that I finished class 42, came out. We came out on top. We became the closest sisters. After graduation, I applied for several jobs. I got a call. It was Preferred Home Care, and they told me to come into the office to do an interview. I walked into there with confidence, but had butterflies in my stomach.
When Gigi came here for her interview, I was very impressed how prepared she was. You know, she had the right questions, she had the right tone. We instantly liked her. We told her we were gonna keep interviewing other people, but deeply we were like, no, she's the one.
A few days later, I got a call from Preferred Home Care stating that I got the job. I was overwhelmed with tears and laughter and joy. Being at Preferred Home Care is giving me the opportunity to open my eyes to the medical field. My first step was to graduate from First Step. My second step is to get my diploma stating that I graduated with my associate's degree. Next diploma, that's my dream goal, to be a registered nurse, and I'm gonna accomplish that.
It's really exciting to see where Gigi is now and to see where she's come. I see her being able to check off some of those goals that she had for herself.
While I was in the shelter, I found out that I won the lottery to get my own apartment. I feel spectacular to be at this stage now in my life where I'm going to get my own apartment and I have a full-time job where I really, really love. First Step is one of the amazing places that anybody could ever go to. And it's not only because they are homeless or need something. I feel independent, I feel strong, I feel like I can do anything if I put my mind to it. The coalition was my backbone and made me the Gigi I wanted to be. That was my first step.